Hello, my name is Stephanie Musto, and this is my applied project presentation. So to start, throughout history, myths have helped humans answer questions about identity, purpose, and meaning. Ancient civilizations used myths to explain the world around them, understand human behavior, and give people a sense of direction in life. These stories were not simply entertainment, but ways of teaching values, explaining suffering, and helping communities understand what it means to be humans. In modern society, films often serve the same role that ancient myths once did. Movies reach millions of people and influence how audiences think about identity, morality, freedom, and purpose. Stories in popular culture continue to reflect the same themes that appeared in myths thousands of years ago. In this presentation, I will explain how the Matrix functions as a modern myth through Joseph Campbell's hero's journey structure and how myths shape our understanding of identity and purpose. I will also show how the film reflects both ancient mythic patterns and modern concerns about technology, reality, and personal freedom. One important idea from this course is that myths are not just lies or fictional stories. Myths are systems of meaning that help people understand reality and their place in this world. According to Ferdinand, myths shape identity and behavior by giving people frameworks for understanding themselves. Joseph Campbell also explains that myths across cultures share similar structures and themes. This is why modern films like The Matrix and Star Wars can function similarly to ancient myths. The grand question guiding my project is, how do myths shape our understanding of identity and guide us toward discovering purpose? This question connects directly to the Matrix because Neo begins the story confused about who he is and what is real. Through struggle and transformation, he discovers his meaning and purpose. The same pattern appears repeatedly in myths throughout history. Joseph Campbell's concept of the monomyth, or hero's journey, explains how many myths follow the same structure. Heroes begin in uncertainty, they face challenges, gain wisdom, and return transformed. Neo's journey in The Matrix closely follows this structure. He starts as Thomas Anderson, an ordinary person who is just dissatisfied with reality. Morpheus becomes the mentor figure who introduces him to the truth. Neo faces trials, sacrifices, and eventually accepts his role as the One. The Matrix functions as a modern myth because it explores timeless human concerns through symbolic storytelling and recognizable character patterns. According to Jean Knox, archetypes are not mystical ideas, but deep psychological structures that help organize how humans understand experiences and identity. In The Matrix, these archetypes appear through characters like Neo as the hero, or Morpheus as the mentor, and Agent Smith as the shadow figure. By using these familiar archetypal roles, the film connects with audiences on a psychological level while also reflecting modern concerns about technology, control, and the nature of reality. One reason the Matrix remains culturally important is because it reflects modern fears about technology and artificial intelligence. In the film, humans unknowingly live inside a simulated reality controlled by machines. This connects to modern discussion about autonomy and surveillance, technology, and identity. The myth becomes relevant because it helps the audience think through these concerns symbolically, just as ancient myths explained fear about nature, fate, or the gods. So, according to Viktor Frankl and Jordan Peterson, humans search for meaning through struggle and responsibility. Neo's transformation reflects this process. He only discovers purpose after facing fear, sacrifice, and uncertainty. This demonstrates how myths can function as maps of meaning that help people navigate life challenges and understand their personal identity. So, in conclusion, The Matrix demonstrates that myths continue to shape modern culture. Even though myths change form over time, they still address the same human questions about identity, freedom, and purpose. Through the hero's journey structure and symbolic storytelling, modern films continue the mythic traditions that ancient cultures used to explain human existence. Neo's journey reflects a universal human experience, beginning in uncertainty, struggling through challenges, and ultimately discovering meaning through transformation. This is why audiences continue to connect with stories like The Matrix and Star Wars, because they mirror the struggles people experience in real life. The film also shows that myths remain relevant in the modern world by helping society think through current issues such as artificial intelligence, technological dependence, and the search for individuality and system of control. Rather than disappearing, myths have simply evolved into new forms through film and media. Ultimately, myths continue to help humanity answer timeless questions. Who are we? Why are we here? And how do we find meaning in our lives? And then I have my works cited. Thank you.